Jason, Muncie, Indiana Dweez. Now, Bakugan became so mediocre over time. And from, you know, like the whole thing
no bum is getting in
about, you know, the characters, the quality of the show, it became mediocre over the years and has not been renewed for any new seasons. And now we haven't been, you know, getting any new seasons or spin-offs or some shit like that. Like, we have the worst timeline for Bakugan. Like, I'm pretty sure that the Bakugan series is probably dead anyways. Like, it was a mediocre series that had only fillers and nothing interesting. Like, what gives this series the right to be so mediocre? I mean, there is so many underlining things that is so wrong with that. And now everything is gonna come full circle.
You wanna know? It's small, Brad.
I mean, we got, you know, a lot of, you know, a lot of people leaving the fandom of Bakugan. And the only ones who actually liked Bakugan was little children. The little children loved Bakugan. But it became mediocre as the fan base grew up. Gone from, you know, like possibly 6 to 8-year-olds. Then
people won't leave me alone.
They wound up going from Bakugan to something else in the anime community. Like, in what world does Bakugan have any weight?
Some days I feel like a linebacker.
To the whole anime community. I mean, the show wound up losing all of its fan base. And then airtime stopped for the Bakugan series. As soon as their fan base that was anywhere from possibly 6 to 8 years old, or 9 years old if the show was lucky enough to get the 9-year-old demographic to be still invested in the show. I mean, there is no shortage of anything to, you know, like relegate the show to 6 to 9 year olds if they're slightly lucky. Now, the darker times for that show happen to, you know, come about because why? You got people going around growing up, and then from like 10 to like 10 to like 10 to like 14-year-olds aren't invested in Bakugan.
You're a pussy.
Gotta stay in practice.
Like, you got Bakugan losing a big old fan base because their fan base is growing up and the series could not evolve and adapt, adding in new characters and stuff to the series. And the only thing that they could have to go off of is video games and the Prima official game guide and a few manga volumes here or there to have happened. I mean, the series has drawn on, and then the series was screaming into the void, and now has screamed into the oblivion, and now is in the black void that is mediocre entertainment from children's anime entertainment. It just goes to show that if you are going to make an anime, you gotta start keeping things fresh. Like reboot or a remake or something like that of that caliber. And the only thing about that is that the one thing that really makes the series go from bad to worst. I mean, look at the series. Has it came back? Has there been any Google Google articles about the series coming back? No. There hasn't been one article about that. So yeah, the articles go from bad to worst. So yeah, Bakugan became so mediocre over the years and was not renewed for any new seasons.
Professor Genki, how come the Saints didn't think of that shit?